Guys, guess what? Another Ofir launch. I feel like this is like Christmas Day or something. It's just been fun launch after launch, but I'm really excited for this one because it's cream blush sticks, and I love blush. Like, I've always just been such a blush girl. I probably have blush blindness, but to me, it's not really a blindness if you know you're going crazy with it. You know what I mean? Like, technically, it probably goes in the category of blush blindness, but I'm like, I know I'm putting on too much. So to me, that's a little bit different. Anyways, good morning. We're going to actually try them out for the first time ever together. We're going to swatch them and we're giving one away. So all you have to do is share this video, comment, let us know that you shared, and then you'll be entered in to win one of these free. And the really cool thing is you'll actually know by the end of the live if you won or not. So that way you can get on and order them. I have them linked up in the description. Ofir will be on here with us in just a couple seconds. So they'll put the link down below as well. But yeah, just launched today. Good morning, Jean. How are you? Good morning, Joanne. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, all you guys have to do is share, comment, and let us know that you shared. And then, Ofir will draw a winner at the end. And so I'll just make sure it's public because Ofir will go and like confirm that you shared instead of, that way it's not just like someone saying, oh, I shared and then they never actually shared winning. We want to make sure it's actually, you know, you guys that are participating. So share, make sure it's public, and that's it. Then just comment and let us know that you shared. You can also like take some friends and stuff like that because actually if we get enough shares, we'll give 2 away. So if you guys want to try to shoot for that, you can take some friends, share in some groups, or share multiple times, and yeah. Thanks for sharing, Jean. All right, I'm going to put my hair up really quick while we wait for Ofir. I'm so excited for these, you guys. Also, I put it up in the description because I wanted you guys to be able to go back and read it. But thank you, Kimberly. I really appreciate you watching. These are also skincare infused. So I put the skincare benefits up in the description because I didn't want to mess it up. Like if I just tried to memorize it, that just never works. So it is skincare infused. So it's a skincare and a makeup product in one. It's going to help with brightness, hydration, the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, because anytime something's really hydrated and like, plump, it looks more youthful, more glowy, and just more smooth. But we've talked about that a lot before. Good morning, Shauna. Yay, Ofir is here. Good morning, Desiree. All right, guys. I am obsessed with watermelon. We're going to open these. I'm excited to try them for the first time together because usually we don't get to do that. So this is kind of like a fun change. And then tell me in the comments, which one would you pick if you win this giveaway? So the first one that is probably my favorite, but I swear, every time I pick a favorite color, I use all the colors, and then one that I never expected actually becomes my favorite. So does that happen to you guys? But right now, this is my favorite. So shade Watermelon. Let us know which one you would pick if you win the giveaway. Good morning, Ruby. How are you? This is the shade Raisin. Ooh, I love this. How freaking pretty is that, you guys? Or Pink Apple. This looks more like a peachy one. It kind of reminds me, just in the container, I haven't tried it, of the shade Apricot in the powder blushers. So which one would you pick? Pink Apple, Raisin, Watermelon. Let me know in the comments, and then make sure you shared if you're just hopping on because we're doing a giveaway. I am going to start with swatching these, and then we're going to pick one to wear. So let's do the color Watermelon first. Ooh, these are super pigmented, you guys. I barely had to use any, and they are super lightweight. Use all 3. I love that idea, Kimberly. Let's do it. I also put on some of the powder blush in the shade Almond Fruit. Everybody says these layer really, really well with powders, other creams, whatever. So whatever your makeup routine looks like, this is going to fit perfectly into it. And you know, we're going to sneak some of these onto our eyes and lips too. So yeah. All right. This is the shade Raisin. Okay. I love Raisin. It's like this really pretty plum kind of color. I love that so much. That's so pretty. Watermelon, they look very pretty. Don't they look pretty? Just launched and already obsessed. These cheek tones are giving serious flush from within energy. Which energy are you eyeing? Yeah. Alright, and then this is Pink Apple. Okay, that is so pretty. Doesn't that remind you guys a lot of apricot? Which one should we use on our cheeks first? Let's go with watermelon. We might ombre these two, stack this one somewhere in our lips, and then we're going to put something on our eyes too. So let's start with a brush and see what we think. I think these are going to be really, really versatile. That's what everybody says. And then we'll try with our fingers. Then we'll put them on our eyes, our lips, all of that. And I will totally try to stall for you guys so that you can get some more shares in and get entered in on this giveaway. So take some friends, share this video out, and yeah. Is Pink Apple pink or peach? To me, personally, it looks a little more peachy. Like, it kind of has that pink and peachy, you know what I mean? Because I feel like peach is almost like pink and orange mixed together. And I feel like that's kind of what this is. Love all three. Can't wait to order. Yay, you're going to love them, Jean. Put them on your eyes too. Definitely, Kimberly. I totally agree. Pink Apple matches your top. It totally does, doesn't it? Especially once I swatched it on my arm and you could see the real color. Okay, let's start with watermelon because it is summer. So what better one to use than watermelon? And again, you can use these with or without your powder blushes. I have seen everyone saying like they layer really well, but they're also like super highly pigmented. So I kind of just wanted to test that theory, make sure they're not going to get super patchy and stuff. And yeah, we're doing this live, so I lost my brush already. So far, so good. That blended out like insanely easy. I probably dipped it like a couple swipes, and look at all that pigment, you guys. And it's not getting patchy at all. I have powder and powder foundation on. And then I used sheer skin for my base. So, okay, how freaking pretty is that color? I love that. And look how it just like lifted my face. Can you guys see that? I wear Longanberry and I love it. I'm thinking watermelon. Oh, I love Longanberry too. And watermelon is so pretty. Aren't those pretty, Kenya? Thanks for sharing, Mom. Aren't those gorgeous, Desiree? Yes. If you guys are just hopping on, share. We're doing a giveaway. All you have to do is share, comment, and let us know. And we'll draw a winner by the end of the video. Oh my gosh, I am dropping everything today, guys. I am so sorry. Okay. Jeez, oh criminy. Let's go onto the other side. Again, I'm just kind of tapping. I'm kind of like doing this, like pressing and swiping it onto the cheek. I'm keeping it way higher on the cheek than you would probably think. And that's what gave me that like lift, is almost going like right under the eye. So that's a really easy little blusher tip if you're kind of hesitant to use it or you don't know where to apply blusher. I learned and have learned over the years that you actually want to apply blush like so much higher than you think you should. And trust me, it's going to feel a little bit weird the first time you do it, but you're going to look in the mirror and be like, whoa, that actually like totally lifted my face. Okay, first thing I'm going to say is I will say these are highly pigmented. I probably went a little too crazy, but that's okay because you guys know I love blush, so I don't mind a crazy blush day once in a while. But the good news is that just means these are going to last you like literally forever because you need like none. How pretty is that? Oh, look at the glow too. Honestly, I didn't even put highlight on because I mostly just forgot, but I feel like I don't even need it because this is just reflecting naturally where my cheek's the most raised with this product. Watching this blend out in real time never gets old. Amen. Thanks for sharing, Ashley. Does the blusher feel heavy? Not at all. It's like literally weightless. It actually reminds me, I used to have this like skin tint type blusher that was supposed to be like barely there makeup. And it was barely there, the pigment, that's for sure. But it's like the same weightlessness as that. Like it literally, I can't even feel it on my face, honestly. It has like zero weight to it, which is kind of why I'm just like so shocked at the pigment with how like lightweight it is. All right, let's do the shade Raisin on our lips because I think this will be really pretty and it kind of matches already. Okay, I cannot wait to have that on my cheeks, eyes, and lips. If you guys didn't know this, 2025, one of the trends is monochromatic makeup, and that means realistically it'll really hit hard in 2026 because most of us are a little delayed unless you're like really in the fashion world. And that is like basically using the same color for everything. So like one eyeshadow color instead of like doing an eyeshadow look, it would be like literally taking one color, wiping it all over your eye, you're done. But one eyeshadow color, cheek color, lip color that all like matches, almost like a color block shirt if you think of it that way. These would be perfect for that because they're creamy, they're highly pigmented, they last all day, they're super hydrating, and you could do like one color on each spot and it's going to fit that trend so perfectly while being like super glowy and super hydrated. I love it. Okay, so should we do pink apple on the eyes? I might kind of try to put just a little bit up here and do like almost an ombre blush. Not that we need any more blush, like we definitely don't. This is honestly blowing my mind how pigmented this is. I honestly can't even really believe it. Good morning, Jonna. How are you? Thanks, Kenya. Good morning, Clara Jean. If you guys haven't shared, we are doing a giveaway, so all you have to do is share, comment shared, and let us know, and then you'll be entered. That's literally it. Okay, so I think my favorite is with the blush, but this totally works too. I'm gonna look like a summer, what do you call that? Like a summer. This shade's a little bit lighter, so that's why it's like kind of has that offset color, but this is so pretty. Like, look at it on my nose. I love it. I don't know what I did here, to be honest. There we go. I think it's because I actually have melasma under this, so it's just the different colors in my skin. I'm always behind on the trends. Honestly, same, because a lot of times I might be kind of like, ew, when a trend first launches, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know, like that wouldn't look good on me or whatever, like I'm not gonna like that. And then sure enough, the more times I see it and like see all these girls styling it and like they're looking so cute and like I'm just loving everything they're doing, then it never fails. I'm like, I think I'll try it. You know what I mean? So it never ever fails. Like I'm basically just, have you guys seen that trend that's like things I'm not gonna fall for? And it's like me, nothing's on that list because even if I say I don't like it, like I'm probably gonna do it. Your hair looks extra cute today. Oh my, I actually just threw it up to try to get it out of my face while we did, this video. Love your profile. Oh, I was reading that, but you were replying to someone. I feel like this blusher would be great for underpainting with how pigmented they are. Oh, totally. We should definitely try that. Underpainting, if you don't know, is basically where you put like your blush on, or even it can be like all your cream and liquid products underneath, and then you would like lightly set it with powder. Or like set it with powder and it would kind of like peek through instead of being like this super ultra pigmented look. You know what I mean? I love that idea. I probably will put some setting powder on this. The blush is great on you. Thank you, Jonna. All right, should we put this on our eyes? Let's use the shade Pink Apple just so we can like really see it on the skin, not mixed with the other blusher. If you have blue eyes, orangey stuff is actually a really great color to help it pop. That's actually really pretty. It's like super subtle. Yes, it is cream blushes. Jonna, I put Sun in my hair. Yay, well thank you to my mom's friend. Alright guys, if you want to share this video out, you will be entered in. We're giving one of these away today, and if we get enough shares, we're giving away 2. Make sure you guys go read my caption up above because I did list all of the skincare benefits as well. So if you're big into like clean ingredients and just like having a 2-for-1 product that you pay for the price of one, I love a multi-use product. This is definitely one of those. It's also cruelty-free. What else? Cruelty-free, vegan, and packed full of vitamin C. So this will be really good for me because you guys know I have melasma, and like in the summer it gets really, really bad. I need to go in with a little watermelon, I think is what it is. The colors are offsetting. But anyways, I get really, really bad melasma in the summer just because it darkens up so much. And so vitamin C is really good for that. And just like evening and brightening skin tone. New products, Tammy. Cream blusher. Can you believe it? Alright, let's find my unique powder or my Ofir powder, sorry, and we're going to try setting it and see what we think of it under a little powder. We're just kind of like trying this out. I know, Tammy. I was just saying, like, I can't believe it, but we have another new product to share, so I'm really excited. They are just like giving us new fun stuff like crazy. All right, this is the Press and Set setting powder, and I love the glow, but I want to play around with it a little bit with you. It's not very often I get to try a new product live for the first time. Usually I'm trying it beforehand. I know this is like kind of risky, actually. We're living on edge, but anyways, I'm all for kind of testing it out with you guys in real time. Okay, how pretty is that? Like with NEWZ, this isn't exactly underpainting, but like just kind of say the same concept. Like just having it peek through, and I'm shocked at how much of the glow and like hydrated look you can still see. Okay, there's kind of the difference. I love that actually. I do have to go to work today, so I feel like this is like the perfect way to kind of like, you know, neutralize it a little bit. But Kenya, I think you were right with the underpainting idea, because how pretty is that? It just looks like a natural pigmented flush. I honestly feel like it looks like I have highlight on just because this is like the high point of my cheeks. Can you guys see that? And because of that glow, it's just naturally like reflecting off my ring light. It's kind of crazy actually. Okay, I'm like obsessing about this a little bit too much. I loved it over top and I love it under the powder. Which way is your guys' favorite? I love that you can still see that glow, like, peeking through. Like, I honestly didn't even have to wear highlighter today. I didn't wear highlighter. And look, as I turn my head, it just automatically is, like, hitting the high points of my cheeks from the hydration. I love it. All right, let's do a little more on our eyes. Because why not? Which color is your guys' favorite? Still the same. I can re-show them, too, if you want. My nose always like tickles when I whatever it's called, mess with powder. Okay, let's go in with a little watermelon under the eyes, just because you guys know I do love a fun pop of color, and this will be a fun pop. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. What color did you use? Which for my setting powder, Jonna? Because right now we have watermelon and a little bit of pink apple on the cheeks. And then we have raisin on the lips. And then we have pink apple on the eyes. 3 new sticks, Tammy. I can swatch them for you guys again. I swatched them at the very beginning. But they are so pretty. Okay, how fun is watermelon? And look at like the tiniest bit, how pigmented that is. And can you see how it just kind of like helps the eye pop a little bit? That's why I love shades like this, because, like I said, they're like that perfect pop of color. You can use it on your eyes, lips, and your cheeks. And you can take such a basic, like, simple makeup look and just bring life back to your face. Even if you're having, like, a no makeup day, which I know this technically then wouldn't be a no makeup day, but you could honestly just take a little bit of this cream blush stick, put it on kind of your cheeks, your lips, even a little bit on your eyes, just kind of like warm and wake the face up and be done. And like, it's going to be so subtle and so natural looking, but also make like the biggest difference ever. and just make your eyes pop, kind of make your cheeks a little more flushed looking. So you just kind of look like that, like, summer girl that, like, just got out of the sun, and you know what I mean? This is the shade Watermelon, and I love it. How pretty is that, you guys? And then if you want to really add a pop, you can also layer these, of course. Typically, you layer the opposite way, like less pigmented to more pigmented, but we're keeping the majority of our eye in the pink apple, and we're just going to put a little in the crease just to kind of add a little bit more of a fun pop. And I'll kind of show you the difference. So there's with that tiny bit of watermelon, and then if we just left it as pink apple. I love the watermelon. Actually, like a reddish pink blush is one of my favorite blushes of all time. So, or one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. So you should definitely try that if you never have. It will make your eyes pop like crazy. And this is one of those few colors that makes all eye colors pop. And I don't know why. I think it's just because it draws so much attention to the eye. But it's really complementary, like these peachy, rich red undertones. I can't think of the word. Pink apple, beauty. Oh, you guys would choose all of them? Okay, Ofir asked which shade you guys would pick if you won. I'm curious. If I had to pick, I'd have a hard time between watermelon and raisin. I didn't actually expect to love raisin this much. So if I was just looking on the website, it'd probably be an easy pick for me. I'd probably pick apple. But since I have raisin in person, I'm like, I love you. This has kind of a purple undertone too, which if you are going to do the eyes, lips, cheeks thing, this will help kind of whiten your teeth a little bit. So if you, well, it won't whiten your teeth. It'll whiten the appearance of your teeth, of course. So yeah, anything with a purple undertone is really good for that. What do you guys think? I'm obsessed with these. 3 new shades. Raisin, watermelon, pink apple. I literally did not expect to love this so much under the powder and over the powder. I'll wear it maybe over the powder tomorrow. Like, I'll go live with you guys again. But I have to say, I love that under the powder. Sometimes when you put setting powder, because you just kind of want to set your cream products or take away, like, the texture. For example, I have really oily skin, and so I do get, like, really oversized looking pores. Sometimes when you do your powder, it kind of, like, dulls it so much that, like, you can't really see it. And I felt like this was the perfect amount. Like, it just smoothed everything out, made it more, like, cohesive, but you can totally still see that glow coming through, the pigment coming through. I love it. Like, I love the idea of underpainting, but I also think this will be really pretty with, like, a very natural coverage and do, like, a really summery, like, pop of blush where you're, like, really going full out with the color. How pretty would that be? I feel like watermelon, if you're into the sunburn trend, watermelon is the perfect color for that sunburn trend. If you like a little bit more of, like, a plummy, I don't know what you would call this. Like, what vibe would this be? You guys get what I'm saying. Like, raisin, I feel like it's just, like, classic. Like, it's going to look good on every skin tone. It's going to fit into every woman's makeup routine. But you can also adjust the pigment. Like, this is a little bit darker, but you could go lighter to make it more subtle. Or you could really go in and layer it up to give it that more dramatic look. And then pink apple is, like, just super subtle, but, like, that pretty peachy, like, feminine color. I love it. Okay, guys, if you haven't shared, share. Ofir's gonna draw a winner, like, really, really soon. We're wrapping this up. So make sure you share, comment, and let us know that you shared. Sunburn trend, oh my gosh, that is, like, been going on for a while. That's when the blush, like, started going right here, you guys. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. Even if you think you haven't, you've seen it. So, you know how everyone does, like, the fake freckles and then they put blush, like, right here? That's the sunburn trend. Because that's what it looks like when you have a sunburn. I think sometimes people say sun-kissed, but it's like, let's be honest, it's a sunburn trend if you're wearing blusher. It's so hard to choose. Thank you, Megan. Does anyone have, like, a hard favorite where you're like, hands down, that's my favorite color. I love it. I'm ordering it. Like, that's my pick. If you forgot the names, I'll just remind you again. Raisin, watermelon, pink apple, I keep wanting to call this apricot because it just reminds me so much of apricot. I feel like they would layer really, really well together. We'll have to do a peachy makeup look soon where we do peachy cheeks, lips, and eyes. And we're going to go absolutely crazy with pink apple and apricot blusher. Like, we're going to go ham because they're more lighter colors anyway. So you really can't, like, get that crazy with them. But we're going to. And then raisin. Oh my gosh, this would be so pretty with the lip liner in the shade Go There. Purple is really, really pretty if you have green or brown eyes too. So if you guys have, like, I obviously wear purple with my blue eyes and I wear blue, purple and blue, but it's not really one of those colors that's going to like make blue eyes like really stand out. If you have brown or especially green, hazel, anything in that category, purpley eyeshadows make your eyes pop so hard. So even if you just want to put a little bit right here in like the four corners of your eyes, try it. It's going to be so subtle, but it's going to make a huge difference. Yay! Oh my gosh, congratulations, Kimberly. Aren't they all so pretty, Tammy? I love them. I'm ordering all of them. Yay! I can't wait for you to get them, Marty. Yay! Well, congrats, Kimberly. All right, girls, do you have any questions? I am literally trying these live for the first time, real time with you guys. Like, we're playing around with them together. I guess that shows like my confidence in Ofir because normally I would never risk doing that, but they haven't launched a product I don't like yet, and I didn't expect these to be any different, and I have to say I was right. I love the feel of it already, you guys. They are incredibly lightweight. Like I said, if you've ever used like a stick blusher that's supposed to be like a Barely There or like a skin tint type cream product, that's what these remind me of texture-wise, but the pigment reminds me of the more like thick, heavier cream blushers. So it's kind of like you get the best of both worlds. They're highly pigmented, but they definitely feel just like those like water or like weightless products if you guys have ever seen anything like that or used anything like that. Thank you, Ofir. Thank you, Jonna. All right, girls, thanks so much for hanging out with me. We have these blushers linked above. We'll have our shop now button, and you can go shop all three of them today. I can't wait for you guys to get them. You'll have to send me pictures, and tell me your favorite way to apply it. If it's with a blush, with your fingers, whatever, go snag these. I have a feeling with being like this time of year, the trends being so into creamy stuff, and Ofir always seems to launch the best. Like I said, super lightweight, but also highly pigmented. They tend to just launch the best of both worlds. So there's a good chance these are going to sell out. So I want you guys to be able to get your hands on them first because I love being able to chat with my friends about this stuff. But yeah. Thank you, Megan. We're going to have to try it again. Yay. I didn't even really plan this shirt like coordinated with the giveaway. So that just worked out. Thank you, Ofir. Thanks for the giveaway. All right, congrats again, Kimberly. If you guys have questions, feel free to message me. Otherwise, run and grab these. They are amazing. I am obsessed. And if you check out the description, I put a list of all the skincare ingredients as well. So if you didn't know, these aren't just makeup. They're going to be hydrating, plumping, give you that glow, and really, really good for your skin too. So go grab some, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, girls.